Hello everyone, Michelle here from the Creative Cove, and thanks for joining me today. I wanted to show you a video on how I make these, well, I don't make them necessarily, but how I use up these cute little pieces of plastic from a coin holder or a coin collector's type pouch. I found this at, I can't even remember, some thrift shop, and it was like 10 cents a sheet. So I bought a couple of sheets, wasn't sure what I was gonna do with them. And now I'm in my pressed flower mode. So I thought this could be a fun little instant pocket to use for journaling. So basically you just cut them up. They have a weld in them, like a plastic melted weld. That you want to cut around. So wherever you cut, if you're going to use these pockets, then you're going to use these. You're going to lose these ones unless you re-sew the ends again. So let's do a little video on how I use them, and then I thought I could show you how I embellish them, maybe with some chain or something like that. So here is one, and it's sewn to a collection of fabrics. So I got a video on how I embellish with lace. So if you're interested in how to sew all this together or how I go about doing it, you're more than welcome to check that video out. So here's the little pocket, and all I've done is I've sewn it and then I can fill it. And I don't know about you guys, but I love these sorts of cute little things in journals with these cute little treasure spots that you can keep, you know, specimens. You can keep your little tags, little scraps of paper that you can write little notes on and tuck away. And I just think they're so cute. And because these ones have grommets already on the side to go in a binder, you've already got the instant little clip area to attach something to it. So here's another one, for example, of how I sewed it to fabric. So I'll walk you through how I do that if you want to stay tuned. And then we'll maybe build up some like chained embellishments for it. All right, so let's do, whoops, that doesn't belong there. Let's take one. So I'm gonna take one without the ring. So I'll show you how to put a ring in it. And it's pretty simple stuff, and you can make a whack load of these all at once. So as you can see, it's been cut out, so it's already a pocket for me. So I don't have to worry too much about that. And now I want to figure out how to embellish it, how to maybe make it stand out a little bit, how to sew it or glue it to papers and things like that so that I can use them in a journal. So I have a couple of scraps. These are some scraps left over from a project I was just working on. So you can see you can just keep playing and playing with them. You can go off center on things. Pretty simple. I'm gonna do maybe something like this just to add another texture to it. I'm really into using different textiles and using up my supplies. The problem with that is I keep buying more. I go to like a thrift shop, and next thing you know, I've got more supplies when I really didn't need them. It's a vicious cycle, isn't it? But the creative juices just flow when you have something that you are drawn to. You know, I'm drawn to the coffee colored type textile. So anything that is coffee colored or close to that, I just instantly want to be around it. So let's try something like this. So it's pretty basic, pretty simple. You can't really see the pocket, which is kind of fun as well, because you never know what little surprises are hidden in a junk journal sometimes. Here's another piece of fabric we could even incorporate too if we wanted. So you're just doing these, what I call messy scraps, and I'm just throwing in different bits and pieces to use up my stash. And I call them messy because, as you can see, nothing is straight. I don't do straight. I've tried. It's too time consuming, and I find it distracts me from the creative process. If I'm too busy worrying about how straight something is, I just want to sew it, or I just want to continue on with the creative process that I'm not preoccupied by it being perfect. And I think that's important for people who don't find things that have to be straight to be super important. Does that make sense? To some of you, like if it's not straight, it really doesn't bother you. And then I have a friend who can't sit still if something's crooked. It drives them crazy. So we all have our things that we like and don't like. And straight is just not important to me. So I'm just gonna sew around where the outer edge of that pocket sits. And I'll show you that in a second. Make sure I grab it here. And it can be a little tricky because the pocket is clear. So you might have a hard time seeing it, shine a bright light on it. So there the pocket is now sewn to the paper. So now I have an instant pocket, and I have this little tab on the side, which I thought would be kind of fun to add some more embellishments to. So I'm just gonna put something in this pocket so that we can see where the pocket is. I've got these little laminated pressed flowers. Here's just a piece of scrap paper. You write little notes on. So say this is your little botanical journal or bird watching journal or something. You've got a little section to put that in. So let's get into embellishing here. So I'm gonna use just a regular hole punch. I find it a little bit easier than this big guy. You can see exactly where I'm gonna punch. I'm just gonna punch a hole right into that plastic. And I hope you can see it is plastic. So it's pretty clear. And then I've got these things. I'm not sure what they're called. I'm gonna make sure I try and open them the right way this time. I almost always open them the wrong way. I guess they're kind of like a grommet or rivet of some kind. I'm sure they have a name and I can't think of what it is right now. And you just put that in there and use your little gator tool. Now, if you don't have this, you don't have to, I might be doing that backwards. You might not have these tools, and that's okay. You don't have to put one of these in. Because it is plastic, it should be able to hold the metal without tearing. But if it was paper, you're gonna wanna reinforce it with one of these, just so that it, did I do that upside down? I still don't know how to use this thing. Yep. Oh boy. All right, that was wrong. Don't do that. Apparently, I don't know how to use this. Let's try it again. I rarely use it actually. But when it comes to putting beads or embellishments that are heavy and swing, I need to make sure I use it. So what did I do? Let's try it this way. Put the fat end in and then squeeze. Yep, I got it. There you go. See? All right, so that's in there. And then I thought it'd be kind of fun to add maybe some chain or some beads or something to this, so that when you sew it in your book or sew it to a cover, you've got this really cute little embellishment. So let's see what we've got. Just bear with me, I've got stuff everywhere here. I found this bracelet at the thrift shop, and I really love this bird. So I thought I'd maybe try and use that with a little bit of chain maybe, or these little shiny little flowery ones, or maybe both. So for this you'll need a couple of tools. So I have a standard pair of pliers here and round nose pliers, just so you can grab them and open up these chains. Now I've got a couple of videos on how I put together this sort of thing that you can check out as well if you're interested in elaborating with more dangles and stuff. But for this, I really just wanted to show you how fun it is to use this pouch. So we've got some accessories. Let's see if we can find some chain. I thought I cut a piece off. Oh boy. I'm never organized enough, am I? Okay, so here's my little pouch of little junk things that I've gotten from the thrift shop that were cheap. So here's a little bit of gold chain. We can use some of this. It's got little really cute shells and stuff on it too. All right, so all I'm gonna do, maybe we'll keep the pearl. The pearl's cute. So I'm gonna take my two tools, and I'm gonna twist them sideways and open that loop And now I have that cute little piece of chain. Move this out of the way. And see, yeah, I think I'll get a jump ring. So I'm gonna close that up. So if you twist like this, it should close right up. If you pull it apart, it's not gonna close neatly back up again. Here's a jump ring right here. Whoops. So you can see, this I think was a bracelet with shells and stuff on it, and you can just recycle all these bits. So now you have another little charm you can use. So let's put this, so I've bent it open. I'm gonna put it through here. So now it's through here, and I'm gonna close it up. So hopefully this jump ring is big enough, which it might not be. Sorry, a bit hard to see that. There we go, closed it up. So now I have my jump ring on there, and I can open this one, get rid of that. And I have the little bead. I mean, you can leave it just like that. Just a cute little accessory. I think I want to put this blingy piece on though. I think it's kind of cute. So I'm going to use the ring that I opened, put this back on, and add it back to this and close it up. And now I've got the cute little accessory on there. So that's one little way you can do it. So you can, again, just sew this to another piece of fabric or a piece of paper for your journal. So you can just take let's say a scrap piece of paper. So I've got this old journal here, not journal, but an old file folder, and you can just either glue it or sew it and then insert the page into your junk journal. So lots of fun with those sorts of textures. And you've got this really cute little mini pouch that holds all these cute little goodies. And it's kind of a surprise because unless it's full, you don't even know it's there until you're digging for treasures. So there's a quick idea. Here's the one with that's been sewn to fabric and has this, so we can embellish that right now if you'd like. We can put something in it. So we'll put this guy in it, which is just same process, and some pressed flowers, and it just kind of opens up like that. I thought that was kind of cute, and then I added a bit of a chain to that. So just again, another little embellishment. So let's see, maybe we'll use the bird for this one if I still have it. There it is. And a different piece of chain. Let's see here. Oh, I have this really pretty dragonfly piece. Could add that. I'm just making this up as I go. So you can have a lot of fun with it. There's no wrong or right. Here's an old necklace, but I kind of like the color of that chain. So I think I'll use it. Grab my tools. And you can, again, make just an assembly line of these things and just have fun. Ooh, this chain is really tiny. I might not be able to get it open. So. And recycle all these little bits and pieces that come with old broken jewelry that you can get pretty darn cheap, again, thrifting. So you can just keep going and going. Put that aside for now. So you can just thread this right through if you want to. If your beads and stuff are bigger than this hole. But I'm gonna try and find a jump ring actually. Let's see if I can find a big jump ring. So basically a jump ring is just a circular piece of metal with a hole at the, like a split at the top. What's this? This might work. And then you can just pry it open and reuse it. So this is another one off another necklace. So let's use that. And this fell off of it, which is kind of pretty. So a little bit of these costume jewelry pieces can go a long way. So there's that. And then we can add our chain to it. Hopefully that fits through. Yeah, I'm gonna use the middle of my chain. So I'm gonna, maybe it won't fit through. No, So we're gonna need another ring. Here's the scrap one. So we'll put this through here. Sometimes the links of the chain are too small to fit around other things. And then I'm gonna close this jump ring. So this came off that first necklace we did. So I'm reusing it. And then that can go on there, and then we can close this. I feel like a surgeon sometimes when I'm working with these things. Like hand-eye coordination. Oh, see what you don't have. Come on. Let's try it again. Feed it through. Feed it through. Feed it through and close her up. There we go. There, that's better. All right, so now we can add our little bits and pieces at the bottom. So I kind of like these were pretty. So they're also on a jump ring. So let's open that up. We can put that at the end here. Just feed it through the last link and close it. And I think I'd like the bird a little higher up because it's just so pretty. So I'm going to use the jump ring here. Feed it through there and feed it through this jump ring. And if you don't like it, you take it apart pretty quickly and redo it again the way you like it. So there you can just embellish using this. Now this jump ring's a bit big for my taste, but I just wanted to show you how much fun it is to decorate these cute little pockets. And again, using up lots of scraps. So hopefully that gives you some ideas when you're going through your stash, or you're going through your little sections at your local thrift shop and you see these old type of pieces of plastic or any kind of textile that appeals to you, and then suddenly you start thinking about ways to use them. So I hope that gives you some ideas. I hope you liked that video. Subscribe if you like the channel, and hope to see you here again. And hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, guys.